What's up, traders? So today I'm going to show you two stocks that I use every single month in order to print money that would even work for smaller accounts. Now, if you're new to the channel, first off, welcome. My name is Rashad. I am a full-time options trader and I bring in multiple six figures a year from the stock market, and I use the money I make from the stock market in order to pay for my entire lifestyle. Now, before we begin, if you could be so gracious as to hit that like button, that just helps push this video out to more people, and make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel because we have some amazing videos coming up here very shortly. Now, before we begin, I have to shout out some members of our Trade to Freedom community because they are doing some amazing things. So first off, Steven has pulled in some massive returns trading Circle, ticker symbol CRCL. You can see he said closed out for a 58% and 92% return from Monday's trades. Nice return on 6 days. All right, and it looks like he brought in a little over $2,500, or actually that would be a little over $2,600 with this one single trade. And especially with it being just 6 days, that is a massive ROI. And I even put down here, I said that is a wild ROI. All right, so shout out to Steven for the massive gains this week. And then we have our member Cody. He said, good day today, 0 DTE, $880. And so 0 DTE is day trading because we have strategies from day trading all the way up to monthly income strategies for individuals who are a little bit more busy. But Cody here focuses on the day trading portion. So he made $880 just yesterday. He said with 3 tranches, I held them to close. We had a spike down on the 1:30 p.m. candle, which would have triggered a premium-based stop loss. However, I had a conditional entry, which we were far from triggering. Very pleased with the FDSSL, which is the full debit spread stop loss, which is essentially just a stop loss that I developed for the 0 DTE community just recently, and it has been working wonders. So shout out to Cody making $880 just yesterday. And it wouldn't be right if I didn't shout out our newer members as well. So Gabriel said closed small BITX put spread for 94% profit. It's my first profitable trade, so I thought I would memorialize it. And so congrats to Gabriel. There is plenty more where that came from. You're going to have a ton of profitable trades in the future. So congrats to everybody. And if you do know anybody who would like to join the Trade to Freedom community, the link is below in the description. But not only do they get my exact trades when I enter them, but they'll also get my full options framework via the Trade to Freedom course. They'll have access to ask me questions at any given time. And lastly, they'll be within a community of other traders who all have the exact same goal as them. So if you do know anybody who could use help generating income off the cash that they already have, then tell them about the Trade to Freedom community. The link is below in the description. But now let's get down to business. Now, before we discuss the two stocks, we have to discuss the wheel strategy. Now, put simply, the wheel strategy is when you sell puts to buy a stock at a cheaper price and you get paid for it. And then you sell calls to sell a stock at a higher price and you get paid for it. And you know, the wheel strategy is one of the main option strategies that people with multiple 7-figure accounts use. Okay, they typically either use mainly the wheel strategy or leaps or a combination of both. And while I use both, I typically like the wheel strategy a little bit more because it gives you a huge margin of error. And here's what I mean. If ABC stock is selling for $100 currently, then we could come in and sell a put at $80. And all we're doing when we're selling a put is issuing out insurance. And we're saying, hey, sir, if your ABC stock drops below $80 by a specific date, I will buy the shares from you. However, for doing so, you have to pay me money right here, right now. And so let's assume that we got paid $100 for selling this put. If ABC stock were to stay above that $80 by our expiration date, then we just keep our money and we go about our day. And we could do that trade over and over and over again. However, if ABC stock goes below $80, then we will be forced to buy those shares at the $80 that we agreed upon. However, we still keep the premium we received. And so that 20% margin of error is what I like, right? The stock had to drop about 20% for us to be forced to buy the shares. But also when you sell puts, it forces you to be greedy when others are fearful, because most people just naturally don't do that. They are greedy when others are greedy, aka they're buying stocks as it's going up, or they're fearful when others are fearful, aka they are selling stocks as it's going down. Well, when you're selling puts, it forces you to be greedy because you have to buy 100 shares of the stock per contract that you have. And so in the example that I just showed, I would be forced to buy at least 100 shares of the stock if the stock were to drop down 20%. And so it forces you to be greedy when others are being fearful. And time and again, that has been shown to be one of the best strategies to building wealth. But let's go ahead and take a look at the first stock. And the first stock is American Airlines, ticker symbol AAL. Now, I'm sure I don't need to introduce American Airlines. If I do, then you're probably too young to be watching this video in the first place. However, it's a market cap of $7 billion, and it is currently trading for $11.16. And we can see it's up almost 1% today as we speak. But one of the reasons that is so great using this stock paired with the will strategy on small accounts is because of the price of the stock. All right, it's only $11.16. So if you were to have to purchase 100 shares of the stock, it wouldn't take as much capital and buying power as if you had to buy 100 shares of a stock like Tesla or Nvidia. And there's another reason why this stock is really great for the will strategy, but I will show you that in just a second. But let's go ahead and take a look at their fundamentals. Now, as far as revenue goes, they went from 17 billion in 2020. Now, of course, their revenue is going to be much smaller in 2020 because we all know what was happening during that time. But we can see that they recovered pretty greatly. So they went from 17 billion in 2020 to 54 billion in sales in the year ending December 2024. And as they recovered from COVID, you can see they went from a loss of $8 billion to in this last year, a profit of 846 million. All right, so they are improving greatly. Now, airlines in general, they have very small profit margins. And so if you're looking for high net income growth, typically an airline is not where you'll find it at. But we do see that their fundamental numbers are growing, so that is a good sign to see. And now let's take a look at analyst ratings. And so we can see out of the 20 analysts that cover the stock, they currently have it as a moderate buy, so that is a good sign to see. And as a mean target, they have it as a price of $14.45. So we can see that some analysts have it as high as $24 and some analysts have it as low as $8, but the mean target is what I focus on. So collectively, they have it as a price target of $14.45. And so that is a number that I want to keep in mind. But obviously, we can look at the price now and it's already below the mean target price. So that is a good sign. But however, let's head over to the charts so I can show you something interesting about American Airlines. Now, if we look at the Bollinger Bands, the Bollinger Bands show that it should trade within a range of $10.41 to $11.75 currently. However, what I want to do is go back several years and show you where a very strong level of support is for American Airlines. So now we're looking at a monthly chart that's showing the last 15 years. And if we go back all the way to, let's see, August of 2012, we can see that this roughly $10 mark has been a strong level of support over the last 13 years. All right, so after this August 2012 period, it shot up for a while and then came down and tested it during COVID, during the global pandemic, and it bounced off that $10 mark. And ever since then, we can see it'll come down and test it, pop up, come down, test it, pop up, come down, test it, pop up. And now it's came down and it tested it. And we can see it did go below $10 for a little bit. However, it has already recovered and came back up. And so that $10 mark seems to be an amazing support level for American Airlines. And when it gets down to that level, I make sure that us in the trader freedom community are getting very greedy because we have a high probability of profit when we are selling puts on this stock while it is around this price. So let's head on over to Thinkorswim and look at a trade that I would place if I were entering into a trade today. So now we are in the options chain for American Airlines. And of course, I do want to show you that I do put my money where my mouth is. If you look at these red markers here, that shows you that I have trades open for those expiration dates. But if I was placing a trade today, then what would I do? Well, first things first is I go up to 45 days out. Now, that doesn't mean exactly 45 days. That means I'm just within 45 days, from 1 to 45 days. But let's assume that we are looking for some monthly income here. So I'm going to go to about this 29-day out expiration, which is July 25th. So I'll go ahead and select that. So looking at these strike prices, I know that I have amazing support right at $10. And so honestly, I am fine with going with any of these strikes, the either $10, $10.50, or even the $11 strike. But let's assume we're going to go somewhere right in the middle. Let's do the $10.50 strike. And we can see that this strike will currently pay out anywhere between $39 to $40 per contract. And that's almost a 4% return within these 29 days. Now, looking at the delta, it's at a delta of 0.31. And so we likely would have about a 31% chance of being assigned the shares, AKA if the stock price were to drop down under $10.50 by our expiration date. All right, AKA we have about a 69% probability of profit. And so if we did like that trade, we can go ahead and load it up into the ticket. And from here, you need to select however many contracts you like. Now, however many contracts you select is based on your account size and your risk tolerance. But what I like to do is sell a specific amount of contracts every single day until I've reached the max amount of contracts that I want to do for that specific stock. Now, since American Airlines stock is near that $10 level of support, I've been extra greedy recently, and it has worked out well for both me and the members of the community. Now, when selecting your amount of contracts, remember that if the stock price were to drop below your strike price, then you will be forced to buy 100 shares of the stock per contract that you have. But for the purposes of this video, let's assume that I'm going to do, let's say, maybe 5 contracts for today, because I plan on doing more the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and just kind of dollar cost average into the position by using different strikes and different expiration dates every single day. But if that looks good to you, then you go ahead and place the trade. However, let's go down to our profit and loss chart. All right, now we can see from this single trade, if we look at the top number in the left, we will collect $195. Now, as long as the stock price goes up, we just keep the $195. If the stock price stays the same, we keep the $195. If the stock price even goes down some, we keep the $195. However, if it drops below the $10.50 mark, that's when we will start to make less and less money off the contract. However, our break-even point comes all the way down to about $10.11. And then from there, if the stock price were to keep going down, then we will start to make less money on the contract. However, we are fine with that because we are fine with purchasing the shares at the strike price that we selected. And so if that happens, then we will turn around and sell covered calls. And let me show you what I would do in that situation. All right, so now let's look at the exact same expiration date, but let's assume that we had strikes at $11.50 previously, and we were assigned the shares, and now the stock is trading at $11.15. Well, with covered calls, I love covered calls because I can be even more aggressive when it comes to our strike price selection. You could very well turn around and sell a covered call right at your cost basis. So remember, we said we got assigned the shares at $11.50. Well, we could turn around and sell a covered call right at $11.50. And for me personally, I like to do that because I like the more guaranteed income as opposed to trying to chase the capital appreciation portion of it. All right, and that's my personal opinion. Shout out to you if you focus more on the capital appreciation. But the way I view it is I can always buy more shares of the stock if I want more capital appreciation. All right, so I would come down here to this $11.50 strike, and I go ahead and do the exact same process. And it looks like right now we would get about $54 per contract for opening up this trade. And all this is us agreeing to sell the shares that we already have if the stock price were to go back above the $11.50 mark. If it does, then we keep the premium we were paid and we are forced to sell our shares. And if it doesn't, then we still keep that premium we were paid. However, we also get to keep our shares and we can continue doing the covered call portion over and over and over again. All right, so that is American Airlines. Amazing stock to use for the wheel strategy. However, now let's take a look at the second stock, which is SoFi, ticker symbol SOFI. All right, so here we are looking at SoFi. If you are familiar with the channel, you know that I trade this stock a lot and we have made a ton of money on this stock within the Trade of Freedom community. But it's currently a $17 billion market cap company and the stock is currently $16.37 and it is up 1.8% today. Now, looking at SoFi's fundamentals, they have been growing extremely over the last few years. We can see that they actually had zero revenue in 2020, and now they have about $3.8 billion in the year ending 2024, and they are forecasting extreme growth for this year, 2025 as well. And 2024 was the first year that they were a profitable company, and we can see that they made $498 million in net income, and that was a 265% improvement from the previous year. So they are growing amazingly, but now let's take a look at the analyst prices. So collectively, the 21 analysts covering the stock have it as a hold right now. And if we look at the target prices, we see a mean target of $14.42, which SoFi has gone up quite tremendously over the last few months. We can see it is now $16.39. Now, with the huge increase to their stock price and also their fundamentals growing so rapidly, I could see some analyst target prices moving up here in the near term future. However, we can only go by the data that we have currently, and they currently have it as a mean price of $14.42. But that is okay because we're obviously going to use short puts in order to get it at a cheaper price. But now let's go ahead and take a look at the charts. All right, so looking at this data, I do believe that SoFi is due for at least a small pullback here soon. We can see looking at the Bollinger Bands, it is outside of the Bollinger Bands. And usually the stock price always comes back within the Bollinger Bands within a few days. So it looks like it's been outside of the Bollinger Band for 3 days now. And so it's probably due for a red day. But however, if we look over here, we can see the last time when it went up in February, it reached a high of $17.11 before selling off. And so it'll be interesting to see if the stock price does break that $17.11 resistance level. Because if it does, then the next level it will need to break will be this $18.42 mark that it hit just on January 24th. But if I were to sell puts today, then I would likely want to be under some level of support. And so we can see that the 200-day moving average is at $13.01. The 50-day moving average, which is this purple line here, is at $13.49. And then we have the Bollinger Band lines here. And so while I absolutely believe that SoFi will continue to move up here in the midterm future, I probably would want to sell my puts at least under this $14.94 mark from the Bollinger Band, which is the 20-day moving average. But let's go ahead and look at the expected move. So looking here at their expected move, if we were to look at the exact same expiration date we did for American Airlines, we can see by that date, the expected move, according to the options market, is about $1.54 either to the upside or the downside. And so on the downside, that would put us at a price of $14.87. All right, so the expected move and that middle Bollinger Band line are pretty much saying about the same thing. And just for ease, let's say that's about $15. So when I sell puts, I want to be under $15 for sure. So let's go ahead and head over to Thinkorswim and place our trade. However, if you would like access to this data, then I use barchart.com. However, there is a link below in the description to get your first 30 days for absolutely free. There's a ton of advanced screeners and other things that I use on this website in order to find the best trades for me to trade based on the data. So go ahead, click the link below in the description and get your free 30 days and you can thank me later. However, let's go over to Thinkorswim. All right, so here we are at SoFi's options chain on Thinkorswim. And again, you can see the red markers here. I put my money where my mouth is. I have trades open on both of those dates. So let's go ahead and look at this date that is 29 days out from now. All right, so here we are in the options chain. So remember, we said we want to do $15 or less. Now, if you're feeling aggressive, I could go up to this $15.50 mark as it has a delta of 0.30, but a 0.30 delta is typically the most aggressive I would get. And normally that's just in certain situations because now that I have a much larger account, I typically stay at a delta of 0.20 or lower. However, when I was growing my account, then I would go up to a 0.30 delta. And so if you are still in hyper growth mode, then I think the $15.50 mark is definitely doable. However, I'm going to go down to this $15 mark and we can see it pays anywhere between $32 to $35 per contract, which is a little over 2% for the month. Now, in order to open up the contracts, you will use the exact same steps that we did with American Airlines. And so if it stayed above 15, you just make your money and go about your day. However, if it drops below 15, then you will be assigned to shares, but now you can run the covered call strategy, which you can make a lot more money on that side of the wheel strategy than you can on the put side. But that's it for this video. Let me know down in the comments if you are trading either of these stocks. And I wish nothing but blessings upon your life. And if you do know anybody who could use help generating income off the cash that they already have, tell them about the Trading Freedom community below in the description. But until the next video, I will see you guys on the next one. Peace!